Chapter 12. When vitality sags, try this health formula. Since irritation, anger, hate and resentment have such a powerful effect in producing ill health, what is the antidote? Obviously, it is to fill the mind with attitudes of goodwill, forgiveness, faith, love and the spirit of imperturbability. It is not a question of whether an illness is physical or emotional, but how much of each. Many people suffer poor health not because of what they eat, but from what is eating them. Emotional ills turn in upon yourself, sapping your energy, reducing your efficiency, causing deterioration in your health, and of course, they siphon off your happiness. Emotional disturbances are believed to affect the blood circulation in the lining of the nose and throat. Suggestions for counter-attacking, especially the emotion of anger. Remember that anger is an emotion, and an emotion is always warm, even hot. Therefore, to reduce an emotion, cool it. Say aloud to yourself, "Don't be a fool. This won't get me anywhere, so skip it." Count to 10 technique. Make a list of everything that irritates you, no matter how inconsequential it may be, but how silly each is. List it just the same. The purpose in doing this is to dry up the tiny rivulets that feed the great river of anger. Make each separate irritation a special object of prayer. Get a victory over each, one at a time. Instead of attempting to destroy all of your anger, which as we have pointed out is a consolidated force, snip away by prayer each annoyance that feeds your anger. Train yourself so that every time you feel the surge of anger you say, "Is this really worth what it is doing to me emotionally? I will make a fool of myself. I will lose friends." When a hurt feeling situation arises, get it straightened out as quickly as possible. Don't brood over it for a minute longer than you can help. Do something about it. Apply grievance drainage to your mind. Open your mind and let the grievance flow out. Go to someone you trust and pour it out to him until not a vestige of it remains within you. Simply start praying for the person who has hurt your feelings. Continue this until you feel the malice fading away. Say this little prayer. May the love of God fill my heart. May the love of God for Sushant flood my soul. Chapter 13. Inflow of new thoughts can remake you. Human beings can alter their lives by altering their attitudes of mind. Flush out all old, tired, worn-out thoughts. Fill your mind with fresh, new creative thoughts of faith, love and goodness. By this process, you can actually remake your life. For inflow of new thoughts, few points to try. For next 24 hours, deliberately speak hopefully about everything. About your job, about your health, about your future. Go out of your way to talk optimistically about everything. After speaking hopefully for 24 hours, continue the practice for 1 week. Then you can be permitted to be realistic for a day. You will realize that what you meant by realistic a week ago was actually pessimistic. Commit one each day until you can recite the entire list from memory. Make a list of your friends to determine who is the most positive thinker among them and deliberately cultivate his society. Do not abandon your negative friends, but get closer to those with a positive point of view for a while until you have absorbed their spirit. Avoid argument, but whenever a negative attitude is expressed, counter with a positive and optimistic opinion. Pray a great deal and always let your prayer take the form of thanksgiving on the assumption that God is giving you great and wonderful things. For if you think He is, He surely is. The secret of better and more successful life is to cast out those old dead, unhealthy thoughts. Substitute for them new vital, dynamic faith thoughts. You can depend upon it. An inflow of new thoughts will remake you and your life. Chapter 14. Relax for easy power. Self-knowledge is the beginning of self-correction. One of the simplest methods of reducing tension is to practice the easy, does it attitude. Do everything more slowly, less hectically, and without pressure. Analyze people who are really efficient and they always seem to do things easily with a minimum of effort. Try these proven methods for easy power. Don't strain so hard. Don't take yourself so seriously. Determine to like your work. Plan your work. Work your plan. Lack of system produces that I'm swamped feeling. Don't try to do everything at once. Get a correct mental attitude. Become efficient in your work. Practice being relaxed. Discipline yourself not to put off until tomorrow what you can do today. Pray about your work. You will get relaxed efficiency by so doing. Take on the unseen partner. God's help will make your work so easy. Chapter 15. How to get people to like you. It's human nature to be loved. People who don't feel loved find it harder to become happy. To love and be loved, follow these tips. Try becoming more comfortable with who you are. Cultivate a genuine love and praise for others. Stop dwelling on their mistakes. Help them increase their self-esteem. Nurture relationships by remembering names. Congratulate people on their successes. Learn to like them genuinely. Practice for how to get people to like you. Learn to remember names. Be a comfortable person. Acquire the quality of relaxed easygoingness so that things do not ruffle you. Don't be egotistical. Guard against giving the impression that you know it all. Be natural and normally humble. Cultivate the quality of being interesting so that people will want to be with you. Study to get the scratchy elements out of your personality, even those of which you may be unconscious. Sincerely attempt to heal on an honest basis every misunderstanding you have had or now have. Practice liking people until you learn to do so genuinely. Never miss an opportunity to say a word of congratulation upon anyone's achievement. Get a deep spiritual experience so that you have something to give people that will help them to be stronger and meet life more effectively. Chapter 16. Prescription for heartache. Heartaches are universal. Everyone goes through them. Handle it by keeping yourself busy. Get back to your routine life as soon as possible. Don't brood and resist feeling sorry for yourself. It isn't healthy to suppress what you feel, so express your grief. Let the healing powers of God to heal you. Allow God to carry your sorrows. Create your theory of life and death to comfort you. One never does wrong by doing right. Chapter 17. How to draw upon that higher power. There is a higher power, and the power can do everything for you. Draw upon it and experience its great helpfulness. Why be defeated when you are free to draw upon the higher power? State your problem. Ask for a specific answer. Believe that you are getting that answer. Believe that now, through God's help, you are gaining power over your difficulty. Take 3 deep breaths. Practice resting yourself in God. Learn to take a positive, optimistic attitude towards every problem. Conclusion. If you think negatively, you will get adverse outcomes. In contrast, if you think positively, you will see positive results. Negative thoughts build a lousy atmosphere, which can spur an unwanted result. Hence, for the next 7 days, think and talk hopefully. Keep only healthy and positive thoughts in your mind. Spend your time with positive people. Be grateful for your blessings. Thanks for watching this video, friends. Stay tuned for even more videos.